I shall continue in Greek. I think that I truly belong here in this panel, given that I will present something that the previous speakers referred to. Strategic partnerships. This is the key word of my presentation. High added value products, Greek species, Greek products, and innovative technologies. All this comes from the Institute of Genetic Improvement, in fact, Genetic Resources, which is part of Dimitra, one of 11 institutes under the General Directorate of Rural Research, Agricultural Research. Many thematic areas we're dealing with in this institute, which is located near Lamia. Start from there, and it goes up to Sindos in Thessaloniki, and then Nausa, ending somewhere towards the city of Drama, having approximately 90% of the plant species in the research it carries out. We're dealing with many important issues, genetics bank, and the botanical garden of Crucian, that have a lot of precious resources, valuable resources, 30 researchers and approximately 100 staff in all the structures that I mentioned. Triple helix. We believe that we as an institute accommodate two values in one, meaning that we can play with governance, since we believe in the research of the Ministry of Agriculture, Development and Food. So by joining forces with the competent directorates and services of the ministry, we can make suggestions for things that can facilitate the triple helix and its work. We opt for partnerships, cooperation schemes with companies, business world. We have a partnership with more than 35 significant partners from all over Greece. We work together, and together we are trying to create a strong scheme on the Greek biodiversity. Of course, all of that happens so that we can offer agricultural development and a growth of the primary sector, because we believe that this is what is missing from Greece. We don't have the raw materials we need to become stronger, become a stronger player, a competitive player in the market, as was mentioned by the previous speakers. Strategic partnerships. I shall start with a very important partnership we have with a company called Paleria. And of course, at the Institute of Genetics Improvement. Paleria, as a company, goes by the motto, taste the best of Greece. And it has exports all over the world. It's the #1 producer of dolmas, more than 2,000 employees, located on the island of Evia. And you know that due to the wildfires, the island of Evia was greatly affected by the economic crisis. They have products even for the vegan consumers. Long-term cooperation schemes with leaders in the market. And although it's a fairly new company, it started in 1957, it has numerous factories all over the world. The products, traditional products, dolma, dolmadaki, we call this in Greece, might be traditional or with a twist. So the Yemista, again, which are the stuffed tomatoes and peppers, and more exotic dishes as well. So all of that requires raw materials. For that, we started approximately a year ago, cooperating with them. And as we discussed with Hans before starting, we said that this is something that took place. He mentioned that, this is why he's professor. He told me this is co-creation, this is the term he used. There was the big picnic project I was responsible for a while ago, and I realized that that was co-creation. We tried to identify the varieties of Greek rice, the varieties of the Greek herbs that can be used to be combined with the products of Paleria. Starting with rice, we try to identify the varieties, again, that are registered in the national catalogue, that are listed there, can give us the best quality we want for this company. And of course, there's an interest in new products, such as a red type of rice, highly nutritional, good characteristics. It's red, it's got the phenols, and it can be used as an excellent food. Along with the rice, of course, we needed the vine leaves for the dolma. So we went through the bank of genetics, genetic material, and we identified all the different types of vine leaves that we had. And then, in cooperation with the research sector of the company, we tried to identify the Greek types of vine leaves that could be used in the products of Paleria. So we tasted them. The company made some stuffed vine leaves, the dolmas, and then we tasted them to see what was the best one. So we selected parsley and dill. Parsley was typical of the oils, of the essential oils that it has. We had big fluctuations. When we wanted to see what was going to be used from dill, we selected 24 genotypes, traditional genotypes, and we compared them to 8 commercial types. This is a project underway. And basil, again, which was selected as a traditional product. We also have the Greek herbs that we worked on. We worked together with Petros Panos and Vasso Grignari. We tried to find 15 traditional herbs of the Greek nature. We selected 3 of them, not Oregano vulgare, that is what we usually find, but the one that is an indigenous species that we find on the islands. We didn't opt for thyme, but we chose thyme triatis that gives another flavor, which is very close to lemon, and it's not just thyme. And menthol onchifolia, another chemotype, particular to us, which has been used in our laboratories. So we cultivated all of those. We got the raw materials, we dried them up, and then we gave them to the company, Paleria, and they're doing all the testing to see what will suit them best. 5,000 codes of the Greek flora, 300 streamers, 50 kilometers away from Thessaloniki. And in our farm, we have the laboratory and a garden that we use for environmental education, environmental training. And plantations that we also have to show the richness of the Greek flora. Again, we also published with the help of two photographers, with Tassos Gizes, a very nice calendar. And here you can see here the stuffed vine leaves, the dormer that we tried to show the different ingredients, separate that. And in the context of co-creation, we also said, why not work with the leaves, the vine leaves, simply for the vine leaves without getting the grapes. So we started doing that as well. It's an experiment, part of our laboratories. This is Vaso and Precious Panos, George Dinnes, who's our expert. You can see all of these people on the pictures. We tried hydroponic cultivations. Some of these things had not been tested before. We have fully air conditioning greenhouse. And here you can see the result that we got with all the vine leaves. It's a lot better than what we expected. The leaves are of excellent quality. But of course, every week our collaborator from the company came to visit and they said, no, it should look, it should be of a lighter color. No, we want it to be bigger, this and that. And we always made the adjustments up to the point when we realized we could do anything the company wanted so as to get the best Greek dormer, the best Greek stuffed vine leaves. The speakers earlier on were excellent. You can see that we have lots of other projects on the way. This one is exclusively financed by the company. Hopefully in the future we'll get more involved in research. But I would like to show you some other partnerships, strategic partnerships. We have one more slide and then I finish. The wild rose and chrysanthemum. So we have the rice cream, which is an innovative recipe for some type of ice cream based on the sub-product of rice so that we can have vegan products by utilizing circular economy and giving something to people that would go to waste otherwise. And we also have the creation of blockchain in the whole rice value chain. This just started as part of Interreg Europe. There will be a holistic approach for the rice fields, paddy rice. And the photographers that work with us show you, give you a 3D presentation, the containers where we place the ice cream. This is Cretamos on the left, and then the crackers that we have are with the wild rose. The crackers of wild rose. It's a mixture of different types of flour and essential oils. And I think that we are following the path of the triple helix. Hopefully the speakers will confirm what we're doing. Some of the people we work with as part of our research team, various specialties. And here, of course, you can see our campus. I'd be really, really happy if you could come and visit. I already suggested that and invited the ambassador. This is the Bank of Genetics, and then where you can see lots of greenhouse buildings and the Garden of Environmental Awareness. This is part of the Botanical Garden of Crucian. All the rest is a land of 300 streamers. Thank you.